we have another short talk on green anesthesia. And to present this, we have an anesthesiologist who is also doing his fellowship in IIT Mumbai. So he brings in a new perspective. So Dr. Abdul Nasser was in the Navy for 14 years and then worked as an anesthesiologist there, resigned his job to make sure that an anesthesiologist become a tech-savvy person, took up a fellowship in IIT Mumbai and wants to do something very different and create some innovations in healthcare sector. Over to Dr. Abdul Nasser to share his thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Very interesting that you mentioned, sir, that I am pursuing a fellowship in IIT Bombay, because it is one of the methods which I would propose how we can reduce our carbon footprint as anesthesiologists by collaborating with such institutes of high repute. So from the title, it looks like that we have to make a choice. Like within the next 10 minutes, I will make it simpler for all of us. And maybe if we have enough bandwidth, ask for a commitment from you. It is very obvious that AI systems have started governing our daily lives. From the simple conveniences of, say, smart devices and Alexa, to more complex systems such as the navigation systems. And also, which Dr. Mankele just mentioned, it is entered into our operation theaters as well in the form of the precision anesthesia via the TIVA devices. Either way, whether it is the conveniences or whether it is making an impact, it does leave a carbon footprint. How a simple AI system such as Alexa is increasing our carbon footprint is what I'm going to discuss and make you aware about it. So in its simplest form, in a daily living, imagine a simple daily living scenario wherein I ask my daughter to switch on the light. A simple human interaction. My daughter processes the question and switches on the light. Very basic, very simple, and very human. However, the same question when asked from Alexa. This simple interaction in front of us, but out of sight, it becomes a complex set of information processing layers. When an Alexa is understanding the human voice, translating it into text questions, searching the databases for the right answers, followed by a series of answers. However, this interaction for us will end when the light is switched on. But for Alexa, it does not end there. What happens is now trying to understand whether we have understood the question, whether the activity has been accomplished, and whether is there any follow-up question from us. So for this fleeting moment of convenience for us and seconds of technological time, what it utilizes is billions of Earth's material and a device which will only be thrown into the dump yard after a few years of use. The scale is massive. Non-renewable materials are being used, from the lithium reserves in Bolivia and Argentina, which make the batteries of our devices, from the mining of the rare earth metals from Congo and the African countries, each utilizing child labor and cheap labor. This labor, the resources developed from this labor are converted into products in the Chinese assembly lines. And the labeling of the data sets for the AI systems is carried out in our country. And the devices which are thus formed, the products which are thus developed, are then shipped through our containers to our homes. Every interaction with Alexa, it relies on centralized AI infrastructure located around the globe in various locations, consuming huge amounts of energy with every question. Convert this into millions of questions and the computational energy and the carbon footprint which it is generating. So for cloud storage, there is nothing ethereal about it. The device eventually ends up in toxic waste. It is a non-recyclable material, which only adds to our global burden. This is an image of an anatomy of an AI system, massive in scale. It is breathtaking. I refer all of you to go through this simple paper, The Anatomy of an AI System, to understand the depth and the scale and the scope of what we are talking about. So the product of the work is converted into resources. The resources are converted into products. The products are in turn converted into resources, which are further used to develop further products. It is an endless cycle. Same is replicated into our AI healthcare. Dr. Mankale had also mentioned about the ultrasound machines which we are using in our operation theaters. Even those machines are now going to be converted into AI systems. Instead of reducing the carbon footprint, what the machines will do is now add to the carbon footprint, because these AI systems are now going to be replicated in these machines. A simple swipe of the abdomen of a pregnant woman will give us the measurements of the fetus. A simple echocardiograph will give us the ejection fraction, the stroke volume, in a matter of a few seconds. So it is inevitably going to shape our future. And despite the knowledge of the footprint that it is generating, despite the environmental cost, we are going to adopt it. What we can see is that a simple large language model such as GPT-3 is generating hundreds and tons of carbon dioxide. The computational requirements are always on the increase. It is now estimated that by each passing year, the computational requirements are increasing by 300,000 times. If you look at this, what choice do we make? It is easy, isn't it? We make the right choice, the one on the right. In a nutshell, it may neutralize our carbon footprint. It may not be objectively done, but it may contribute towards neutralizing our carbon footprint. So if we talk about anesthesia, simple conveniences can be foregone for the benefit of a fundamental requirement, which promises a fundamental change in our way, how we treat our patients and the impact we can create by it. All right, so we have made the choice. It is simple. However, there is one question which lingers on my mind. How can one anesthesiologist further mitigate the impact? While exploring this option a few months back and while preparing for this awareness webinar, what came to my mind is that another perspective, that we are a nation which has the capability of orbiting the moon. We have developed drones which can carry patients thousands of kilometers. We have our own AI model in Krutrim. We have made the fastest cruise missiles in the world, which can be powered by a nuclear powerheads. The most deadliest weapon in the world, that is the nuclear submarine with the ballistic missiles. So why are we not developing the most sophisticated and high-tech medical devices? One of the reasons is that we are probably not participating enough in the development processes of these devices. For example, CNerve. It is a simple ultrasound AI system which will help us in identifying the nerve or the location of an anatomical structure which we are interested in. There is no development of device without the incorporation or collaboration of us anesthesiologists with a team of data scientists. It just cannot be done. It has to be done with our support. So at a very basic level, I'll tell, interestingly, Dr. Karan has also spoken about the affordability aspect of the affordability aspect. If we collaborate with IITs, I tell you that the cost of production, the cost of these technologies will come to a bare minimum. From ISRO, we know that the technologies which India has built are very frugal. There are presently several AI and ML-enabled algorithms which are being developed in India. So if I explain in a nutshell what an AI system or an ML algorithm does is, say we want to identify the femoral nerve. We need hundreds of thousands of data sets for that to be done. We collect those data sets and we label the femoral nerve. We can also label the femoral artery, the femoral vein, the fascia iliaca, the fascia lata, the iliacus muscle, and all that. But all it does is increases the complexity of the algorithm. Therefore, we as anesthesiologists, what we can do is tell them that we are interested only in the femoral nerve and therefore we only need to target it. It reduces the complexity. This is not known to the techs which are sitting in the IITs. Second, after the labeling of these data sets has been completed, it is trained. The algorithm is being trained to identify the location of the nerve. Again, our role is to identify the missing data, which is there from those algorithms, and therefore reduce the number of times the training has to be completed. The more sophisticated, the more involved we are in the development process, the lesser number of times it is required for the retraining of these algorithms, and the accuracy in turn increases. So what we can do is, by collaborating with these agencies, is that reduce the impact of the carbon footprint at the source itself. However, it is understandable that not every anesthesiologist is free enough to commit to make such commitments. We are involved in several high portfolios. We are committed in several programs such as these. We are too busy. We may not have access to such centers. However, we can adopt these technologies very responsibly. If any technology is promising a convenience in our operation theaters, maybe we can say no to that. Any technology which promises high impact, good patient outcomes, which can directly impact the patient care, we can involve in that. We should also know that it is mandatory for every company to report their carbon footprint, as in what percentage of their energy utilization is from sustainable energy sources, such as the solar and the wind energy. By asking these questions, we can ensure that we select only those devices which satisfy these requirements. Moreover, we can ask the question whether they have documented their recycling of the electronic waste products, whether any harmful material was used in the development process. By asking these questions, we can reduce our carbon footprint. So at the end, I would like to say that even at the workplace, we have choices to make, whether we use convenience or whether we choose devices, technologies which promise better healthcare. Only our choices are going to help us in making AI sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abdul Nasser, for giving such important insights into the current thinking of AI, Alexa, in our daily practice, and how to make AI sustainable by our choices. Excellent. Thank you so much for giving an insight into something which all of us need to know. So it's just not desflurane, but that's more than what we need to work as a human being to preserve the planet. Thank you so much for that wonderful insights. And before we go into taking the question answers, possibly I would request Dr. Subramanian Mahankali to play the Kahoot for the participants, and we would be very happy with the answers. We will have a great feedback on what we were able to inculcate into all the participants. Over to Dr. Subramanian Mahankali to play the Kahoot quiz.
I'm sure most of you would know. Have you ever used the Kahoot quiz? Show you is you can use your own phone sitting at home. You can participate in the quiz. All you need to do is scan this QR code. It will take you there, and you need to just enter the spin. We will wait for each of you to enter. As many as possible is good. I can see 2 people have entered already. Very good. Excellent. It's 8:19
Request
now.
the participants to log in through their names, because we have prizes for you as well.
That is wonderful. So, madam, I'm very keen to know what are the prizes. Is it online prize, or how does it work out?
So we
It
will
is
be
something,
sending them.
yeah,
we will be
environment
sending them.
sustainable prices.
Yes.
I can see slowly people logging in. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I'm happy to see. Excellent. We had nearly 200 plus participants. Let us hope we can get every one of them. Meenakshi ji, I like this music, whatever you have put it on.
Thank you, sir.
So 34 have joined. We'll wait for a few more minutes. All you need to do is take your smartphone, open the camera app, and use that QR code to get into that Kahoot zone. And if you already have a Kahoot app, you can just enter the game pin and enter it. Meenakshi ma'am, half a century, that's good. For those of you who have already logged in, I'm sure you would have already played this before. The key thing is, what is your correct answer and how quickly both of them matter. The points are awarded. One is for the correct answer as well as how quickly you answer. Six. Madam, you can either, somebody is asking, you can join at kahoot.it, or you can just scan what is the code there on the screen now. That will take you to the Kahoot app, Kahoot website, and you just need to enter the game pin. So you just open your camera app, and that camera will recognize the QR code, and that will take you there. $74.
I think, Dr. Subramanian, we should start the session. Yeah.
We'll start, sir? Okay, sir. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, the ground rules generally here is, you will see the question both on screen as well as on your phone. Okay, it's starting now. Let's go. Okay, question number 1. What is the environmental impact of healthcare? So you have got 15 more seconds to answer. Take it in your phone. 32 people have answered, 43 answers. Fantastic, very good. Okay, good out. So the correct answer for this is all of the above. Okay, let's go to the next question. The scoreboard, Girish was not only answered correctly, it was quick as well. Let's go to the next one now. Number 2. How can healthcare providers reduce their environmental impact? That please put it in your phone, Kahoot app. 69 people have got it, all of the above. Fantastic. That's the correct answer. Now the leaderboard, Dr. Prakash, who is just snipped ahead of Dr. Girish. Next one, please. Thank you. Which of the following are environmental considerations in sustainable procurement? Say the product carbon footprint, the product packaging, use of recycled and recycled materials, or all of the above. Again, 65 people have cracked it. That's choice 4. That is all the above, green choice.
Hello. Yeah, madam.
The leaderboard, Dr. Prakash still leads. Thank you. After 3 questions. Now, the next question is, arrange the following inhaled anesthetics in order of increasing global warming potential. Okay, it was there in the talk. So order should be what is there, the green or yellow or blue or green. Let us see. You want the correct order. All 4 are there in all of them. So the correct order is in the red there. Sevoflurane, nitrous oxide, isoflurane, and desflurane. Thank you. Let's go to the next one. Let's see the leaderboard, ma. Fantastic. Dr. GRG is 3,500. Fantastic. Very good. Let's go. Number 5. What percentage of global greenhouse gas emissions is healthcare sector? Now, this was there in the talk. More than one talk is there. So let us see. I hope we get a fantastic percentage answer here. If we were to be that, we would be the 5th largest country in the world. That's what the presenter said. 4.6%, or close to 5%. So true. So nearly 5% of the global emissions is happening from the healthcare sector. And if it were to be a country by itself, it would be the 5th largest country. GRG leading at 4470. Fantastic. Shall we go to the next? Which among the following is a primary strategy to reduce the environmental impact of inhaled anesthetics? Increasing the use of nitrous oxide, using high pressure gas flows, switching to intravenous anesthetics like propofol, prolonging the anesthesia duration. Which of them is the primary strategy? Wonderful. Nearly 73% of the people have got it right. Fantastic. Next question. Leaderboard. GRG leading all the way, 5,365. Excellent, sir. 7th question, please. What is the main environmental concern associated with the use of nitrous oxide in anesthesia? Is it ozone depletion? Is it water pollution? Is it soil contamination? Or people laughing loudly and causing noise pollution, just like me? $77 answers in already. 80 answers in. Let's see how many correct. 70 have got it right. Some people are like me. They think noise pollution is because of GRG again leading at 6235. Thank you. Next, we'll go to the next one, ma'am. Now, last 3 questions for you. What is the global warming potential of desflurane compared to carbon dioxide? Now, it came in multiple times. Let us see. Is it 50 times, 100 times, 2,500 times, or 6,800 times? This is desflurane compared to carbon dioxide. Spot on. 35 people have gone. I'm not sure why other people have not got it, but anyway, 35 have got it, nearly half of them. Fantastic. Wonderful. Last 2 questions. Here is the time for the last bend is there. People who want to vote like GRG, come on, it's last 2 questions here. What does the cradle grave analysis of agents evaluate in terms of their environmental impact? Is it the one in the red, yellow, blue, or green? Now, energy consumed during manufacturing, use, and disposable. That is the correct answer. Wonderful. Thank you. 29 people have got it. It has made us think. See, it's called the life cycle analysis. That is a new specialty in sustainability. So before the last question, GRG is still leading. Let us see if the other people can, close to him, close to them, can reach there. Among the following anesthetic agents, which one undergoes the least metabolism in the body? Okay, there will be 4 choices here. Desflurane, sevoflurane, nitrous oxide, risoflurane. Undergoes least metabolism in the body. The correct answer is nitrous oxide. Then we have finished all the 10 questions what we had, and good to see a lot of people have gone correct. Let's see the leaderboard. Number 3 is Saras. Wonderful. Number 2, already Miss Climate or Mr. Climate. And the topper the day, GRG at 7,975 points. I should think minimum of 8 questions is got it right. What an awesome achievement. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Subramanian Mankali, for playing that Kahoot so very well. For all the 3 toppers, may I kindly request you to type your contact number in the chat box so that we will get in touch with you to share the prizes that you would have won, and that was brilliant. And I think I have the secretary of CAHO, Dr. Lalu Joseph. Madam, can you just share with us, hearty congratulations, Dr. Bhavna Gupta, Dr. Sarasa Kumar Sahu, and Dr. Gauri, the GRG. Oh, excellent. Hearty congratulations. And Meenakshi, madam, please make a note of their numbers.
Sure, sir.
And it was such a brilliant exposition of various concepts about environment sustainability by the 3 speakers. And now I request the secretary of CAHO, Dr. Lalu Joseph, to share her thoughts on the way forward of this collaborative effort between CAHO and ISA and how we need to take this forward. Over to Dr. Lalu Joseph.
Good evening, and thank you very much, sir. My apologies, I got held up in the flight, and I missed the event, but the latter half I was able to join. It's indeed a great initiative, and as Secretary General of the Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organizations, it's a proud privilege for us to join hands with the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists and also the College of the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. I take this time to thank Dr. Bala, Dr. Indrani, Dr. Subramaniam, Dr. Abdul, Dr. Karan, Dr. Kirti Disosa, Dr. Divatia, and all the others who've been very actively involved in conceiving this program and for putting this together. This is a great initiative. Sustainability is the norm. Sustainability is the need of the hour. And in healthcare, we need to really work towards sustainable future. And towards this, really appreciate the Indian Society for Anesthesiologists for coming forward and joining hands with us. We have the Sustainability Forum at CAHO, headed by Dr. Karan and Ms. Kirti Disosa. So when Dr. Balavenkat, requested this for this particular program, we immediately jumped into it because we realized that it's the collective synergy of all of us that can take us forward. So there are several activities that we have planned together this coming year towards sustainability. One activity is capacity building and creating awareness among anesthesiologists, hospital and administrators, owners towards choosing the right products. How do we reduce emissions? How do we really create the capacity and awareness building exercises? So we will be having series of webinars. We'll also be having training programs this year for anesthesiologists in particular towards this initiative. That is one. The second thing is we have very limited research material available. As we search from the country, we don't have adequate publications available on sustainable anesthesia practices. So we will be embarking on several research projects to benchmark ourselves as to where we stand. And after the initiatives that we take, is there any reduction? Is there improvement in the awareness among anesthesiologists is something that we would like to take as research projects and bring to the academia through publications. And the third important activity is that we think we must announce the next year as Green Anesthesia Initiative jointly by ISA, CASA and CAHO. And we'll have several activities throughout the year as we start in January 2025, leading up to December 2025, with certain goals, objectives, and benchmarks, measurable components as to what we would want to achieve together as responsible citizens and professionals. So we really look forward to joining hands with all the anesthesiologists, particularly the two associations, and taking this journey forward, because if we don't do it, no one is going to do it. So we really look forward to activities together. Thank you, Balavenkat sir, for this wonderful opportunity provided to CAHO to join hands with all of you. We are delighted and happy to be partnering with all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Lalu Joseph. And we really mean that this collaboration would go a long way. And we'll set our targets and goals. And we will take this forward in our governing council meeting. And we will collaborate with the CAHO. And we will come up with a structured program and plan. And the College of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists will embark on the journey of creating the white paper, the guideline, and we'll work on modules to make all this happen. And it was such a wonderful evening. And there have been few questions in the chat box. In the interest of time, we would send the answers for those respective questions after getting it from the panelists to all those who raised those questions. And all good things will have to come to an end, but for a fresh beginning again later. And on behalf of all of us present here, I request the National Treasurer of the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, Dr. Manoj. Dr. Manoj is from Bihar to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of all of us, CAHO and ISA and the College of ISA. Over to Dr. Manoj Kumar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Balavenkat sir. Good evening, everybody. As we come to the end of the introductory webinar on the green anesthesia, it is my duty to deliver the vote of thanks to all those who helped in make today's event. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the CAHO for the taking the initiative and collaboration with the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists and the College of ISA to promote green anesthesia. I express my deep felt thanks to Dr. J Balavenkatasubramanian, National President of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, Dr. Sukhvinderjeet Singh Bajwa, National Secretary, Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, Dr. Vijay Agrawal, President, CAHO, Dr. Lalu Joseph, Secretary General, CAHO, for all the efforts taken in the organization of this webinar and for the collaboration that will work to take anesthesia into the greener posture and reduce global warming. I thanks all the speakers, Dr. Abdul Nasir, Dr. Indrani Hemant Kumar, Dr. J Balavenkatasubramanian, Dr. J.V. Diwatia, Dr. Karan Thakur, M.S. Kriti D'Souza, Dr. Lalu Joseph, Dr. Subramaniam S. Mahankali, Dr. Sukhvinderjeet Singh Bajwa, and M.S. Meenakshi for shedding lights on the anesthetic practices that contribute to the global warming and sharing their insights and valuable thoughts on how we anesthesiologists can adopt sustainable methods to achieve carbon neutrality. I thank all our members who registered and attended the webinar and participated in this discussion. I would like to conclude with a note that let us all work together for the green anesthesia. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manoj. And here is the feedback. May I request all the participants to vote, to share their thoughts by sharing this feedback. So thank you very much for all the participants for giving your feedback, and we soon will come back to you with the next series of efforts that we will do together. So thank you so much and have a pleasant evening. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bala sir. Thank you, everyone. Diwatiya sir, Lalu ma'am,
Thank you.
Dr. Kirti, Dr. Karan. Wonderful to listen to your talk. It was excellent. Dr. Manoj, good evening again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.